If you lease any living space in Pompano Beach, Florida for 6 months or less, the city officially classifies your property as a short-term rental. Platforms like Airbnb and VRBO are heavily monitored here, and local authorities actively track down listings that operate without permission. Without a transient public lodging establishment permit, you face a severe penalty. The city will issue a $1,000 fine for every single day you operate illegally. To avoid those penalties and achieve compliance, you need to navigate a specific 5-step roadmap. We are going to cover occupancy limits, designating a local agent, gathering your prerequisites, filing the application, and passing the final inspection. Completing this exact sequence up front ensures your rental income is protected from catastrophic municipal fines. Step 1 begins with understanding how your property fits into the local infrastructure and neighborhood standards of Pompano Beach. This diagram illustrates the city's strict physical capacity rules. As you can see on this 3-bedroom floor plan, the universal cap is set at exactly 2 persons per bedroom, totaling 6 allowed guests in this example. However, there is an overarching limit. Your total headcount can never exceed the maximum allowed by your property's underlying zoning district. Step 2 focuses on property management. Every short-term rental must designate a specific 24-hour contact person. Looking at this map of South Florida, you can see the strict geographic boundary for that representative. The responsible agent must be located within exactly 25 miles of the rental property at all times. This agent is legally required to handle property emergencies 24/7. They must keep the property free of garbage, ensure compliance with local regulations, and inform occupants about parking and noise rules before they even arrive. By designating a responsive, locally based agent, you actively manage community complaints before they reach the city and threaten your permit. Step 3 deals heavily with the required paperwork. Before you can even begin the Pompano Beach City application, you must secure 4 distinct prerequisite registrations from higher levels of government. First, you need a lodging establishment license from the Florida DBPR and a certificate of registration from the Department of Revenue. Next, you must secure a Broward County business tax receipt, followed by a city business tax receipt. Each of these 4 items requires an entirely separate application process, with its own fees and processing times. Because the city will not process your rental permit without them, organizing this fragmented state and county paperwork in advance dictates exactly how fast you can legally open your doors. Step 4 is finally filing your application with Pompano Beach. The initial fee you pay is based directly on your property's density. This chart breaks down the exact application costs. For a single-family home or a duplex, the initial application is $675. If you operate a triplex or quadplex, that fee increases to $750. Once your application is conditionally approved, you move to Step 5, the mandatory comprehensive property inspection. This is a coordinated sweep involving inspectors from 4 separate city departments simultaneously. They will check your property against landscape, code compliance, building inspections, and fire department regulations. As shown on this penalty warning, your designated 24-hour contact person must be present. If they fail to arrive at the scheduled time, the city charges a $50 no-show fee. Additionally, if your agent turns the inspectors away or denies them entry, you will be hit with a separate $60 admittance denied fee. If the inspectors identify any code violations, you are required to fully rectify the issues and schedule a successful reinspection before the permit can be issued. Passing this complex, multi-agency inspection on the first try is the final barrier standing between you and a fully compliant, income-generating rental. With the inspection passed and your license in hand, you are officially authorized to operate in Pompano Beach, but compliance requires ongoing appointments. Looking at this timeline, you can see the city operates on a strict annual renewal cycle. Every vacation rental permit is valid exclusively from October 1st to September 30th, regardless of when you initially applied. To maintain your license, you must pay a $375 annual renewal fee. You must also provide evidence that you have been paying the Broward County Tourist Development Tax. Fortunately, for reservations lasting less than 182 nights, major booking platforms like Airbnb and VRBO automatically calculate, collect, and remit these specific state and county taxes on your behalf. By tracking your October renewal deadline and letting the booking platforms handle the heavy lifting on transient taxes, you turn a highly regulated legal requirement into a predictable, automated business routine.